Here's 5 everyday things that you didn't know the purpose of. Number 1, the hole in pot handles. Most people use it to hang pots and pans, but it can also be used to hold spoons when you're cooking so you don't make a mess. Number 2, the groove on the bottom of mugs. The grooves are designed so when you place it upside down in the dishwasher, it allows water to flow out rather than spill all over your feet when you take it out. Number 3, the hole in pen caps. The hole is there to allow airflow so if someone swallows it, they won't choke. Number 4, pom-poms on beanies. This style was made for French sailors so they wouldn't hit their head on the ceilings of ships that were low. Number 5, the tiny buttons on jeans. These tiny buttons are called rivets and are placed in spots that are most likely to fall apart. Here's the only way to survive a plane crash. When booking your flight, try to get a seat in the exit row or within 5 seats from it. People in those seats have the highest survival rates. Wear pants and a long sleeve shirt made of non-flammable material like cotton or denim. And sturdy shoes. You want clothes that don't restrict movement but also protect you against flames and flying debris. Bring a smoke hood or a wet cloth in a plastic bag. Most people survive impact but die of smoke inhalation. If you don't have these, breathe through your clothes. When boarding the plane, count the seats between you and the nearest front and rear emergency exit. So if it gets smoky, you could feel your way to safety. When instructed, brace yourself by putting your feet on the ground, crossing your arms on the seat in front of you, and lowering your head. Remain that way until you come to a complete stop, then by crouching so you still get some air, leave the plane and get away as far as possible. What should I get your brother for his birthday? I have no clue. I have an idea. Can you go talk to your brother and try to see what he wants without making it too obvious? Sure, whatever. Happy birthday, Luke. Tickets? For what? Well, your sister heard you listening to the song called Losing It by Fisher last week, so I decided to get you 2 tickets to Chasing Summer in Calgary so you could go watch him perform live. Really? When is it? Tonight, so go get ready. Thank you guys so much.
Last time.
It's Luke Davidson. He just hit 10 million followers today. 10 million? Yeah. It was just a dream. Good morning, Luke. I just wanted to congratulate you on 10 million followers. Huh?
Today.
Are you serious? A dream inside of a dream? Good morning, Luke. What? Are you coming to congratulate me on 10 million followers? No. So it was just a dream. I was coming to congratulate you on 10.1 million! What? Where did you get that truck? I just bought it today. With what money? It only cost me $15. Who would sell a truck for that cheap? It was the lady down the street. She saw me riding my bike and asked if I wanted to buy her truck for $15. Oh my goodness, she must not be thinking right. You better go with him and see what's going on. Hi, I was wondering why you sold your truck to my son for $15. Well, 2 days ago I got a phone call from my husband's boss saying that he ran off to Hawaii with his secretary and doesn't intend on coming back. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, but what does that have to do with my son and your truck? Well, today my husband phoned to say his wallet was stolen. He said to sell his truck and send him all the money. So I did. This man almost died on a water slide and it was caught on video. David Salmon was on a private water slide in Texas when he flew 10 to 15 feet onto rocks and survived with a broken arm and fractured ribs. Here's the video. And speaking of falling off water slides, I've been playing this super addicting game where you try to hit players off the water slide and be the first one down. If you want to play it, just click this link on my profile, press water slide game, then download it for free, and let me know in the comments if you beat the first level on your first try. Cartoon houses that exist in real life. You can visit SpongeBob's house without having to dive into the sea. At the Nickelodeon Resort in Punta Cana, there's a very similar replica of the cartoon's house. And it even has a life-size version of Gary. The Flintstones house was also made in real life. It's located in California and costs $4 million. In Nevada, there's a life-size replica of the Simpsons house. To build the house with all the details from the cartoon, the production company 20th Century Fox spent $120,000. And they had the great idea to give it away in a competition. But in the end, the winner of the competition preferred $75,000 instead of the house. 5 most unusual prisons. In Bolivia's San Pedro prison, each prisoner has to pay for their cell. Each one is between $1,000 and $1,500. And to get the money, they have to work. That's why the prison is full of restaurants and small markets. In Norway, there's an eco-friendly prison. Everything is recycled, solar panels are used, and most of the food is produced. The prison actually looks more like a summer camp because you could play tennis, swim, and go horseback riding. The Alcatraz prison was a small island in San Francisco. It's almost impossible to escape because you would have to go through concrete walls, the rocky coast coastline and swim through the freezing cold water. In Cebu prison in the Philippines, prisoners dance as part of their exercise program, and there's actually a viral video where they dance to Michael Jackson's Thriller. Finally, there's a prison in Austria that holds prisoners who don't require maximum security. The prisoners even wear their own clothes, cook their own food, and live a fairly normal life.
Come on! Ow! Why does my shoulder hurt so much? I know, let me just search it up. What does it mean when my shoulder hurts? Enter. What? No, this can't be true. What if I search, what does it mean when you lift your arm and your shoulder hurts? Enter. No. Please. What if I try another website? Mommy, come here!
What's the matter? What do you want?
I need to go to the hospital right now.
Okay, go get in the car. So, what brings you in today, young man?
My shoulder really hurts when I lift up my arm.
By any chance do you lift weights?
Of course, can't you see how swole I am?
Of course I can. Well, it sounds to me like you just have a pulled muscle.
Phew, ouch.
Did you do your chores? No, not yet. I'll do them after I finish this game. That's it. Give me your controller right now. I'm taking this for a month. Now go do your chores before I take something else away. Gerald, did you do your chores yet? My name's Connor. I know I haven't yet. Can I do them after I finish this show? Oh yeah, whatever. As long as they're done by the end of the day. Sweetie, did you do your chores yet?
No, I'm too busy playing a game on my phone.
You know what, my little angel? It's okay. I'll go do them myself because I don't want you to hurt yourself before your baseball game in 4 months. 5 places you should never swim. The boiling lake in Dominica is so dangerous that the magma underneath the surface makes the water so hot that you would be swimming in boiling water. Lake 𝘃𝗶𝗃ecie is one of the most toxic lakes on Earth, due to all the toxic waste that the Russian government introduced when toxic materials weren't as big of a problem. The Nile River is filled with crocodiles everywhere that could kill you, and if you manage to escape the crocodiles, you'll have snakes as a second problem. In the river and outside of it, you could probably find at least 15 venomous species. Jacob's Well is a lake located in Texas where you could dive really deep. But you have to be careful because there's caves below where people can get trapped. And lastly, 𝘃𝗶𝗃𝗲ecie Beach has currents so strong that they even keep count of how many deaths there's been to scare people. And the number of people killed is 80. I don't believe what I did during my 3-day stay in 𝘃𝗶𝗃𝗲ecie. The first day we hopped on a bus to go on a safari float. We saw a bunch of animals like crocodiles, sloths, owls, toucans, and these monkeys that we went under, and they almost did their business on me. Sadly, they got a little bit on my shoe. In the afternoon, we went to 𝘃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 waterfall and got to swim beside it. The waves were very strong, as you can see, from me struggling to swim. The next day we went horseback riding to the volcano. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any good clips while we were riding, but on the way back we got to gallop at full speed, which was fun. In the afternoon, we walked through the forest to get to the hanging bridges. Then on the way back, we saw some spider monkeys. After that, we stopped at the natural hot springs until it got dark. On the last day, we went on 12 zip lines, and by the time we finished that and ate, it was almost dark outside, so we just explored the town for a bit, then went to the hot springs at our resort. I couldn't include everything in this video, like these scooters that we rented to get around town, and our meals, which was some of the best food I've ever tasted in my life. The next morning, we rented a car to go to our final stop of the trip. But before we left, we went to the rope swing, which was super fun. Today I received LED light strips from 𝘃𝗶𝗃𝗃𝗃, and as you could tell, I love adding lights to my room, but since I have so many, I decided I wanted to surprise my parents by putting them in the kitchen and getting their reaction at the end of the video. But in order to hide the wires, I had to drill through the cupboard, so I had to get my dad's approval so I didn't get in trouble, but my mom still has no clue. You can control the lights using the remote or through the mobile app. These lights are perfect for the big game this weekend because you can set the color of lights as the colors of your favorite team. And there's also DIY modes like this one called chasing. Now that they're all set up, it's time to get my mom's reaction. Alright, you can come out now.
When did you do this?
When you were at work, do you like it?
Oh, it looks pretty good.
Have you ever wanted to compete for 1 million unicorns? Well, now you can, because Wipeout is coming to your city. But if I were you, I would start training because you only have 3 months to prepare.
Challenge accepted!
After training hard for 2.5 months, something devastating happened. After hearing from the doctors that he broke his ankle, he lost all hopes in being able to compete. 2 weeks later, he sat down on the couch to watch the event live on TV, but then the unexpected happened.
Due to the bad snowstorms and dangerous driving conditions, the event organizers have decided to move it to a similar online game called Fall Guys because everyone can now play it for free on all platforms.
Little did everyone know he had been practicing for the past 2 weeks. After passing all the courses with ease, he was on to the finals.
Only 2 players remain. Who's gonna win? Oh, and we have a winner!
Arr! And that is the story about Unicorn Kyle. Make sure to go check out Fall Guys and play it for free.
What should we film for our family channel?
How about the Say Yes for 24 Hours challenge?
And what exactly is that?
Basically, for the whole video, you can't say no. You have to say yes to everything I ask you.
Okay, that could be a pretty entertaining video. Are you ready?
Yup, in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, guys? It's the Davidson family, and in today's video, we're doing the Say Yes challenge. Luke, what's your first question?
Can we go buy a Lamborghini?
Just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh, Mom, where are you going? You can't say no.
I know I can't say no, but you never told me anything about writing it. Genius inventions that should exist everywhere. Some elevators in Asia have giant buttons on the floor that you can kick to mark what floor you're going to. This was designed to help people who are carrying things and can't press the buttons with their hands. There's a mall that lets you leave your dog in a safe spot while you shop. The spot has a security system so that only you can open them, as well as lighting and air conditioning. In the United States, there's a shoe store that lets you test the shoes on different surfaces. The test box includes gravel, asphalt, and even materials like Lego. Finally, there's restaurants that give you a controller with 3 buttons. The first button lets the waiters know when you're ready to order. The second is to let them know when you're ready to pay, and the third one is to cancel your order. The idea is to avoid the waiters from constantly asking you if you're ready to order. Can I borrow your phone to call my girlfriend? Your phone's a genius. Your phone's a genius. When I put in her number, it showed up at... Your phone's a genius. When I put in her number, it said calling girl. Ah! Your phone's a genius. When I put in her number, it said calling girlfriend. Who gained real-life superpowers after an accident. Jason Padgett was a party animal who wasn't interested in mathematics at all. But one day at a party, he was hit in the head so hard that he got a concussion. The concussion caused him to become a mathematical genius. It made him learn fractal geometry, which he had never been taught before. When 𝘃𝗶𝗃𝗲𝗃 was 39 years old, he hit his head after diving into the swimming pool and was diagnosed with a concussion and 35% hearing loss. After that, Derek began to see black and white keys in his head, and out of nowhere, he began to play the piano like an expert. Ben McMahon was in a car accident in 2015 and fell into a coma for a week. When he woke up, he could speak perfect Chinese, even though he had only learned the basics as a child. Tony 𝘃𝗶𝗃𝗲 was struck by lightning after making a call in a phone booth. Within a couple days, he was addicted to music, which he wasn't before. After trying a piano, he became a musical artist, composing his own music. Here's 5 everyday things that you didn't know the purpose of. The number 57 on Heinz ketchup bottles. According to Heinz, only 11% of people know that it has nothing to do with the product label. It's actually a sweet spot to tap on to get the sauce onto your plate. Childproof bottle caps. Everyone knows plastic medicine bottles come with childproof caps. But if there's no children around, you could flip the cap upside down and it's no longer childproof. The arrow next to the fuel tank. The arrow actually points to which side of the vehicle the fuel tank's on, which is really handy if you're renting a vehicle. The little slot at the end of tape measures. The slot can be held on nails when you're measuring, so you don't need anyone else to hold it. The ridges on the F and J keys. These are there so your index fingers can locate other keys with muscle memory, making it easier to type. What's your problem?
I'm too smart for the first grade. My sister's in grade 3, and I'm smarter than her too.
Well then let's go see what the principal has to say.
Okay.
How about I give him a test, and if he fails just one question, he has to go back to class and be quiet. Okay, what's 3 times 3?
9.
6 times 6?
36.
I see no reason why he can't go to the 3rd grade. He answered all my questions right. Can I ask him some questions? Of course, go ahead. What does a cow have 4 of that I only have 2 of?
Legs.
What do you have in your pants that I don't have?
Pockets.
What does a dog do that a man steps into?
Pants.
What starts with F and ends with K?
Fire truck.
Put him in the 6th grade. I got the last 4 questions wrong myself. If you can make me laugh, I'll PayPal you 1 cent.
No.
What about $1?
Oh, I don't know. That's a big bank. No.
What about 2?
No.
3?
It's not worth my time.
$5. Take it or leave it.
What can I get with $5?
You could get a Big Mac.
I could. I definitely could.
Alright, try.
Okay. I don't know.
That was too funny, man. No joke, send it.
Why?
Because I'll send you the money. You made me laugh.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You actually sent me. I didn't. Why?
Christmas.
Hey, are you hungry? Yeah, let's go see what we have to eat. Okay. Chocolate! You know what to get. Oh, and also get some milk. Affirmative. I got them. Perfect. Thank you. There we go. Now pour us a glass of milk. Now put the exact same amount in the other one. Of course. Who do you think I am? Just a little bit more. This one? Yep. How does that look? Perfect. Now which one do you want? I'll take this one. Oh, and here's your chocolate.
Genius inventions that should exist everywhere. In Poland, this bike path was made using thousands of tiny luminophores, which is a material that produces low levels of light for 10 hours, then recharges itself from the sun. The bike path doesn't require electricity and provides safety for people biking at night. 20 different cities in France have already implemented this. It allows you to charge your phone by using pedal power. The goal of the company is to promote an active lifestyle while making sure your phone doesn't die. People who use the bike also get free Wi-Fi. The Cal Maritime Police Department in California has placed a safe zone outside which is watched by a camera 24/7. They made this zone so you don't have to worry about getting hurt or robbed while purchasing things from people in your city. Homeless people who won the lottery. Laszlo Andráscsák was an alcoholic from Hungary who lost everything. He was homeless for 7 years with hundreds of unpaid debts. But his luck changed when he bought a lottery ticket for just a few pennies. He won 636 million Hungarian guilders, which is equivalent to $2.5 million. A man living in his car from England bought a lottery ticket with his last few pennies. He put the ticket away and 6 months after he bought it, he found out that he had won £250,000. A homeless man who lived in a tent won $50,000 after buying a ticket. Even though he could have bought a small house to live in, he chose to upgrade his tent and help his homeless friends by giving them each $100. Would you rather have $30 million or 30 million loyal friends? Easy. 30 million loyal friends. Really? Why? Because I can just ask them all to give me $1 each, and since they're loyal, they'll give it to me. Oh, I never thought about that. Then I can run for president and boom, I'll already have 30 million votes. Jeez, that's smart. Then I can start a business like an ice cream shop and I'll already have 30 million loyal customers. Wow, you've really thought this through, haven't you? Then I could charge them $3 a scoop and tell all of them to buy 1 scoop a day, so that's $90 million a day.
This video is sponsored by Nintendo of Canada.
Luke, you need to pack your bags for Christmas at Grandma and Grandpa's tomorrow.
Okay.
Why are you sad?
Because it's a long drive and I'll have nothing fun to do.
Okay, Luke, are you ready to do our Christmas Eve tradition and open one present?
Yes.
Okay, I've already picked one for you to open.
Okay. A Nintendo Switch?
I know how much you've been wanting a Nintendo Switch, and I figured it would be the perfect gift for you to open tonight. This way you can play it in the vehicle tomorrow, and even while we're at Grandma and Grandpa's. Plus, I got you the 2 games that you were begging for, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 3, so we can play together, and you can play it with your friends.
Thank you so much, Mom. This is the best present ever.
Biggest things ever stolen. A tank from the California Army was stolen by an unemployed plumber in 1995. The man destroyed everything in his path as the police chased him for 20 minutes. A beach in Jamaica was stolen in 2008. Police still don't know who did it, but they took sand that corresponds to 500 truckloads of sand. A World War II fighter plane was stolen by an Air Force commander. He restored it and sold it for over $300,000. This 3,000-pound bell was stolen from a Buddhist temple. The bell was only used for special occasions and was priceless to the monks, but it was sold for $500 a year later. And believe it or not, people in Mahatma village in India stole a mountain peak. They worked 11 hours a day to cut the rock. They stole it then sold it so they could feed their families. 5 times actors weren't acting. In this scene of Stranger Things when Eleven was fighting possessed Billy, she was so exhausted from filming that she broke character and fell back into Michael's arms. You can even see him look at the producers because he wasn't expecting it. In this episode of Riverdale when Archie rescued Cheryl from the lake, even though he was punching a mat on the ice, he actually broke his hand from hitting so hard. In the movie Bird Box, the actor Sandra Bullock was blindfolded the whole time and she actually couldn't see. So in scenes when she was stumbling around, it was actually real and not acting. In the movie Maleficent, they couldn't find any kids that weren't scared of her, so they ended up using her own child. Her daughter wasn't acting, she was just trying to get her mom's attention. In this episode of Friends, David Schwimmer pranked Jennifer Aniston by pretending to fall down the stairs. She didn't know this was happening, so she actually got scared.